Hi, Karen. Welcome. Hi. Hey, Courtney. I just unmuted you, Courtney. Talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, hold on. Somebody else is on here that's not muted for some reason. Oh, perfect. Now they are. Okay. Awesome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I got a little like Mohs surgery last week, so I still have little stitches on my face.
I was wondering. I didn't want to ask. Ouch.
Yeah, I know. And my little, like, I had a little bandage that they gave me, but it fell off today. So I had to put on like a big Band-Aid. I was like, I'm going to look like a dork. Oh, well.
It gives you character.
Something like that, right? Whatever. Hey, Allison.
Oh.
She's still messing with it. Okay, just shout out when you get it fixed, Allison. I'm so glad to have you guys on, Courtney. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever.
I know, forever. I'm so excited to see you in Florida.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's like, so here it's 9:30 at night. So I have like no makeup on, like ready for bed. And you have like a whole beautiful face of makeup.
No, I just did this because I was actually a hot, sweaty mess because Dax had a kickball game. So if you've ever orchestrated or attended or coached a 3 or 4-year-old's sporting event.
Yeah. My husband's always coached our kids, so it is hilarious at that age. But I've never seen a kickball like club like that. That's super cool.
Yeah, it was fun. But it's like herding cats. But it's fun.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Ravyn. Hold on, let me unmute you. Okay, Ravyn. Talk to us. Oh, perfect. I can hear you. Yay. Allison said, can't hear anything. Okay, I'm going to message Allison. Your face is gone. Let's see.
I have a cricket in this room.
Oh, funny.
I had to put my cat outside because it heard it and was coming here. But now I hear it. It's making me crazy.
Okay, so I think Allison said she couldn't hear anything when she got on. So I think, isn't there something that pops up like it says open in, well, I guess first I have to find out if she's on it.
Yeah, it says to join audio or connect internet audio or dial in audio.
Connect to audio.
Mine just said use the internet dial-in or just a regular dial-in. And I've always found when I hit the internet dial-in, it works better for me.
Internet dial-in?
Yeah.
I know she was worried about that.
This is weird. It won't let me send any of my messages on that Facebook Messenger that we're on.
Oh, she left the mute.
I wonder if it's because I tried to send the Zoom link to her and I've sent it too many times.
That's what happened to me. Let me see if I can message her.
See if I can get her. Let's see.
Yeah, it said the operation couldn't be completed. It won't even let me send her a message now.
Allison's on.
Oh, good, Allison. We can see you now. Can you hear us? Well, we got 5 minutes, so I'm sure we can figure it out in 5 minutes. I'm sure of it.
I just messaged her to try doing the internet dial.
Okay. And if you're on, I wonder if she's on her computer or phone.
She's on her phone.
Okay, so make sure nothing else is plugged into your phone. I don't know. If I do it through my phone, I have to use the Zoom app.
Yeah. That's what I'm on.
Okay. So Ravyn, oh, there you go. As I said, we couldn't see your face, but now you're back. Okay, good.
I was trying to message Allison.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So if you're just joining us, see a lot of people hopping on. We're so excited to have you. Just go ahead and if you're not already muted, I try to mute out everybody except our hosts. But if you're not muted and you're not speaking tonight, you can just hit mute on your screen or on your phone for us so we don't have any background noise. We're going to get started in about 4 minutes. You're not going to want to miss this, so remind your teams. We are noticing, though, that copying and pasting the Zoom link into Facebook Messenger, it'll stop you from doing that. So if you have the Zoom link or the graphic, I would text it to the people on your team to make sure that they hop on. We'd love for them to join us. And we'll get this started soon, guys. You're not going to want to miss this. In case you're hopping on, you're like, I don't really know what this is about. We're going to be talking tonight about what Ravyn, Courtney, and Allison, their biggest takeaways from the Montana Leadership Retreat that we had about breaking through, getting out of your own way. What were some of the things that they realized? And it's cool because you're going to hear a lot of different perspectives. Like Courtney and Allison have been in the business for a while, and Ravyn is new. And so that's really exciting to me that you guys are going to hear from kind of two different things. And also let your team know as you're reaching out to them that Ravyn has a PPA of like, what is it, like 26 right now? It's something crazy.
I think it's like 27 or something. I don't know.
29.
Oh.
29. She's at 29, which makes her number one on my team out of like 26,000 promoters. She is number one on PPA report. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from her as well. So we'll get started in like 2 minutes. Oh, poor Allison. She's trying to figure it out. I have been there, done that. All right, awesome. So a lot of people are joining us and seeing you guys dialing in. If you can hit mute on your phone if you're not a speaker tonight, just to make sure we don't have any background noise, we are going to record this. And also, if this is one of your first times using Zoom, you can kind of like, if you're on the computer, you can scroll down at the bottom. If you're on your phone, not exactly sure where it is, but at the bottom, if you kind of scroll along, you'll see a chat button. And you might want to just get familiar with that because in a little bit, I'm going to be telling you to write in the chat if you want to be entered to win one of the books that we're giving away tonight. All right? Awesome. How's Allison doing? Do you guys know?
She said she was getting her computer. I haven't seen since.
Okay, well, I'm going to hit record. Oh, is it already recording?
It says it's
already recording. I must have set it up.
You were already on top of it.
Nice. At 9:30 at night, sometimes my brain does not work, you guys. So that was pretty exciting.
I know. Thank you for doing it a little bit later. So we
yeah.
can do that game.
I know. I totally get it. And it was funny because we were in Utah for 2 weeks this summer. And I was like, man, I should be doing like a ton of calls with my West Coast team because they never can get me at night. Everybody, I feel so bad for them. I'm like, I'm in bed at 9. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. I'm so excited. Hi, Cindy. Awesome. People are already using the chat. While our guests are talking tonight, I will be on the chat box. So if you want to ask any questions in there, we'll try to get to them. But my name is Blair Critch. I'm a 200K leader down here in South Florida. And that probably also speaks to why I have a Band-Aid on my nose because I had a little something there, had to go to the dermatologist. And so be aware, this is my PSA announcement for all of you, be aware that if you ever have something that is like, just like a scab that keeps coming back and it's not a pimple, that is like a beginning of some kind of skin cancer. So always go see your doctor. So anyways, had that taken out, have some stitches in there, so I'm having to wear this Band-Aid tonight. So sorry about the funny look. But I did not want to postpone this because I'm so excited to have Courtney and Allison and Ravyn sharing tonight. They just came back from going to Elise Leininger's Montana retreat. And we host these retreats every couple months. We have another one coming up September 14th through the 16th in South Florida, actually in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And all you pay for is getting here and for your room. And we actually have an amazing room rate at the Pompano Beach Marriott right on the ocean, guys. September is a perfect month to come here because it's not super busy yet for the winter, but it's still nice and warm. You can enjoy the beach every day. And the room rate's only $139. We got a crazy good deal. And so we're excited to have you guys come. Friday night will be a local all-day Saturday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. will be our retreat time, free lunch for you just for coming. And then on Sunday, if you are part of my team or Beth Graves' team, we're doing a special little mini training for you on Sunday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then you're free. So you have Saturday night free to relax, and you have all day Sunday to enjoy the beach. And hopefully you'll come in Friday morning and enjoy the beach with us on Friday as well. So I'm excited about the ladies sharing tonight. I don't want to take up much time, but I do want to just tell you guys, one of the things that Elise asked them to read before they went to this retreat was The Big Leap. And so I have a few of these books tonight to give away. So reach out in the chat and let us know if you're coming to the Florida retreat, or let us know something about you. And I'm just going to randomly pick a few names from there tonight to give away a copy of this book to. And I'm going to throw it over to Courtney to lead us off tonight and share a little bit about your takeaways.
Awesome. Thank you, Blair.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to see all these familiar faces on here. Oh man, where do I even begin? I went into the Montana retreat thinking it was something completely different than it was. I thought it was going to be more business strategies and, I don't know, like text blitz and, things that I've seen from previous retreats. And those are all great, but that's kind of what I expected. I didn't expect to have like this crazy life, like my light bulb went off and I was like, oh my gosh, 3.5 years and this is what I'm doing wrong. And so it was very eye-opening. There were a lot of tears. It was really great to be vulnerable and to see other people be vulnerable and to connect with those people on that level. If you have not read the book, awesome. So awesome. I literally cried my way through chapters 1 and 2 because like every sentence was something that pertained to my life. So I'm actually re-listening to it because I thought it was so good. I'm going back and diving in a little bit deeper. But to kind of sum it up, I don't want to give away too much with the book because I know Blair's giving some away and I think you all should read it, so I don't want to give it all away. But I would say like my biggest takeaway from the retreat and the book and everything combined would be that like we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same products. We all have the same comp plan. We're all at different levels. And a lot of that is because we all have different upper limit issues. And I don't want to call them issues because they're kind of blessings, but we all have different limiting beliefs. Let's put it that way. And I feel that once we get past those limiting beliefs and once we work on ourselves, our business is going to grow so much more. And I never, ever, ever was doing enough personal development. We see people rise to the top fast and crash even faster. And some people a lot of us don't have the capacity because we're not grounded. We're not, I guess, in the right headspace. And so thinking of 20 minutes a day changing my life, I was like, I don't know. I have a lot of things I could do in that 20 minutes. And honestly, in the last week that I've been back, just 20 minutes in the morning has completely changed my life. Not just my business, but being a mom, my brick and mortar business, being a wife, like just life in general has felt so much better when I take time to listen to myself and better myself so I can move forward in business. And I think once we all find what our limiting beliefs are and work through those, that we can all, be a millionaire with Lavelle, which is so exciting to say. So yeah, that was probably my biggest takeaway is we all have the same products. We all have the same comp plan, and we all have different limiting beliefs that we need to all work through. And I think that book really helps target a lot of those. And Elise is like a pro at, I guess, digging down deep into your soul and like rattling it around and like getting you all unsettled and then bringing you back into this beautiful world of like rainbows and unicorns. And you're like, wow, what just happened? That was amazing. Right. So it was a very eye-opening and life-changing retreat. And that was literally, I feel like that was just the tip of the iceberg for me. And I cannot wait to go to Florida and just like go deeper.
Love that. So some of the stuff that Courtney was sharing, Courtney, for the people who've never been to one before, they're not still 100% sure about what you're talking about. What can they do starting tomorrow besides reading The Big Leap? This is a great book, guys. So I totally agree. This is a great one to get. But besides reading, what else would be something that they could do daily for just even 5 to 10 minutes that they would start to see some results from?
2 minutes in the morning of just breathing and being open and setting an intention for your day. Just really focusing on, you know, what you want to accomplish that day and, you know, the blessings that are coming for you that day. And also at night, I'll share it. It's the secret meditation. I don't know the exact name of it, but listening to that at night. And then also even like when I'm working out or doing a walk, normally I'd be listening to like crazy music. And now I'm listening to like I am confirmations. Like, and it's completely changing the way I stand, the way I think, the way I feel.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. So that's what I would recommend is just even just the smallest little bit of.
Yeah. And you guys, those are free things. So if you go onto YouTube, you can get Ravyn Dighans' I Am. That's one of my favorite. If you have a certain belief system, you know, a lot of times you can find like Christian I Am statements or, you know, whatever fits in with you, or you can just find regular I Am statements. But there are so many great resources for free on YouTube of meditations. I love
The Secret Universal Mind Meditation.
Yep. So Kelly Howell and Ravyn Dighans are the two that like Elise and I both recommend all the time. We both love those. Ravyn Dighans is the one that Paul recommends a lot. It's a guy's voice. He taps into like the vibration of the body. And then Kelly Howell's really good too. And then also, guys, even Think and Grow Rich, the 30-minute like breakdown of it. Oh my gosh, I forgot the guy's name that does it. But it's so good. You can find it on YouTube, just like a 30-minute recap of Think and Grow Rich. It's a great one to fall asleep to at night. But I think that those are some great tips. And just getting started on that, because either your day takes you or you set your day, right? We always say like either you plan your day or your day plans you. So it's really setting the intention. What do you want to happen? And digging deep into what do you want? What do you want out of this business? Why are you doing it? Dig into that personal reason for yourself and then set your intention from there. And it doesn't just have to be about the business. When I set my intentions in the morning, it's why am I doing this business? What do I want to see happen today? Why am I, you know, how am I as a mom? What do I want to see myself be for my kids today? How am I as a wife? What do I want to see that look like today? And so setting those intentions really allows me to have a much better day than the days when I'm just running and trying to catch up with the day, right? So awesome. Allison, did you get yourself figured out? Did you get yourself figured out?
I saw her pop up in the chat.
But
I haven't seen her otherwise.
Let's see. Allison, you might have to unmute yourself. Let's see if I can find her really quick. Oh, I see her. Hold on. Let me unmute you, Allison. Okay. Are you talking? Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. So Allison Anderson has also 3 years, right? Been in business for 3 years?
Yeah. So 3.5 years.
And so and Allison and Courtney have been working together in this business since they both started. So I'm excited for you to kind of share, because here's the other thing, guys. Some of you might be like, I don't know if the retreat's for me. I really can't afford it. I don't have the time. I mean, what is Elise really going to talk about? What are these leaders going to talk about that we haven't heard before? And I know if you guys are being honest, that you probably felt that way, right, Allison? Because we've invited you to some other ones, but this just happened to be the one that was right for you. So go ahead and share.
Yeah, so just a little bit about me. I have been doing this 3.5 years, but in that 3.5 years, I've had 2 babies. So, and high-risk babies too. So I have had to step away from building business and focus on my children and, keeping everybody safe and healthy. And the beauty of this business is you can come in and out when you're building. If you have something really major going on in your life that takes you away, you're still sharing Thrive because you love it and you're sharing this business with those around you that could benefit from it. But this business has allowed me to stay home with my baby when years ago I wouldn't have had that option. And so I've always had my heart in it, but I haven't always been able to put my time. And like you said, coming to the retreat, I was in Florida 2 years ago for a retreat, and it was amazing. And I knew I needed to get back because the reason I got into this business and the reason I wanted to change lives, not only to Thrive Works, but because I put myself in a room with top leaders when I first started, and I didn't know what I was doing. I just happened to go to a meeting, and I was around some amazing people. And Blair, you were there, and I knew that being around people that were inspiring and had been doing this really well, and they know how to share, it's a great way to find information and to make connections. And the biggest thing that I got out of it is remembering that these 200K leaders, Lavelle millionaires, 40K, 12K, anybody, we're all people. So there's no reason to be scared of Elise or Blair or Beth, and you see them all over on the videos and stuff. They're just people, and they want to see everyone succeed. So connecting with people in that way is so powerful. And I love Elise put us in this room, and she said, now find someone you don't know. Go sit someone next, to someone you don't know, because we love our comfort zone, a lot of us. I know I do. And so I wanted to be next to Courtney, because I know Courtney, and we've been doing this together. But, I realized we do need to find other people. And this, even though everyone's there to share about Thrive and to learn to grow our business, there were people there I had no idea who they were. And so challenging me to talk with them was big. And we all ended up sitting next to people that in some ways were life-changing for us, just their story too. So I know we all had some powerful moments just by being near strangers who we could connect with about some very personal things. And, I knew going into this, we would talk about Thrive, but it's not like it's Thrive. It's about self-awareness and self-confidence and finding out what's limiting you. And this book, The Big Leap, tells you about your upper limits. And I know one of mine was not believing in myself, the confidence, also acknowledgement, making sure other people can see what I'm doing when it doesn't really matter. Like, I know what I'm doing. And that's what's really important. So just making sure that everybody realizes that the leaders are there to help us in every way, shape, or form, and that they're just people too. And they all started the same way. We all had to get our VIP 800. We all had to do all that. We all had the same 2 weeks. We all had the same products, like Courtney was saying, the same promotions. It's just how we do how we deal with our time and how we start our days and how we share with people. So the retreats are great for connections, getting out of our comfort zone, focusing just on ourselves. Because I know as a mom with 2 in diapers, there's no me time, you guys, at all. And so it was great for me to say, I need to go do this for me now. My baby's 9 months old. Like, it's time to get back in this. My heart is always here. Let's find the tools and the connections. I need to pull away from them for a couple days. They're fine. They're hanging out with dad and grandma, and everybody else has to hang out with them more because I removed myself and I needed to work on me. And that's what I did. And it's okay. And that's what did Wendy said? Guilt is not a true emotion. It's not a real emotion. Guilty is a thing. Like she said that, if you go to court for something and you're guilty of something, it's not a feeling. So for us to feel guilty about leaving our children is ridiculous. And also, I had heard weeks ago, don't let your why be your excuse. And my kids are my why. I mean, husband, yes, whatever, but my kids, being with my kids, giving them a better life, having me around. But then I would say, oh, well, my kids are so busy, I can't get on the call right now. Oh, I have to make dinner. And I found myself doing that. So I needed to leave that and pull away from that. So knowing that our self-worth is worthy of our time, we all have worthiness, and we all need to be able to put into that ourselves. And these books are amazing for that, and taking 20 minutes out of your day in the morning and I have a screaming baby in the morning, so sometimes it's not the first thing I do, but I get to it eventually. And it really does help change your mindset, because this is mindset. Life is mindset. And when you put your arms up in Elisa's victory pose and you ask for whatever it is you want, peace and love and harmony and everyone to thrive or whatever you're looking for, you take the time to bring it all in, and it really does change when you do that. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, the business is designed for everybody. These treats are full of all types of people, and it's a great way to connect people all over the country. I mean, I found somebody from Vegas, where I live, who I don't even know, and now we're going to do stuff together, and it's
awesome.
great. I mean, it's a wonderful way to connect.
I love that. And there was a big point that Allison brought up that we talk about a lot at these retreats, which is emotion can sometimes stop you from getting to the next level. Like maybe somebody in your team hurt your feelings, or somebody said that you weren't worthy of this, or a customer yelled at you, or a bunch of customers said the product doesn't work. Those emotions will stop you from getting to the next level until you learn how to deal with those emotions and move past them and not allow them to define you. That's a big part of what you learn at these retreats. So I love that you brought up the thing about guilt and about, working through those things. So thanks, Allison. Can't wait to see you in Florida. Yay. All right, Ravyn next. I'm so excited to introduce Ravyn. Ravyn, you're going to have to tell everybody a little bit about, because I'm pretty sure I'm right, but you came from another direct sales company, network marketing. So you have a little bit of background in this. You've only been in business for a little bit. And Ravyn is my #1 promoter on my team right now for PPA report, guys. She has a 29 PPA. And she even won in that last PPA contest that Belle did. How much did you win, Ravyn? Was it $8,000? $8,000 cash. What are you doing with that money?
Oh, savings. Savings. And I signed up for a half marathon at Disney World. And then I'm going to go to the Florida retreat. So.
Yay. All right, so I'm going to let you share. I'm so excited to hear, because it's so cool to be around people. It seems like a lot of times at these retreats, we have a lot of people who've been in the business for a while and haven't gotten to where they want. And then we'll have some new people. And it's really, in my opinion, it's super cool to hear how those of us who've been in business for a while allow things to get in our way. And then the perspective from somebody who's new and what's getting in their way. Sometimes it's the same and sometimes it's different.
So the Big Leap is amazing. Everybody needs to go and get the Big Leap for sure, and start reading that. There were so many awesome takeaways from this retreat. I really thought, hang on, my son, Jake, no. I honestly, after like the first morning session, I looked at Courtney. I was like, what did you get me into? Because it was so, it was like a dig down deep and like find what your issue is and bring it to the surface and focus on that and deal with it. And so what I learned most was the meaningful morning. Like Courtney said, we all have 24 hours in our day. It's just we all utilize them differently. And so creating a morning routine, and for me, mom of 3 and 2 toddlers, that means I get up early, much earlier than everyone else. I've learned to do my daily affirmations and bring into my life what I feel I deserve in my business, and health and wealth and happiness. The other thing that Elise talked about, and Wendy, was about money mindset. And so this is something that I really, truly, genuinely struggle with. Opening my bank account gives me anxiety. Like when I go on for online banking, it's not necessarily that there's not enough there, but I always feel like there isn't going to be enough. So it always gives me anxiety. And Elise and Wendy talked about envisioning that there is enough and truly believing that there is enough in your bank account. And if you want $20,000 paychecks every week from people, you better think it and you better act it if you want it to come to you. And I'm totally the type of person that would never go to the Florida retreat because I don't want that money to go away. That money that would pay for the Florida retreat, it has to stay in my bank account. And Wendy and Elise affirmed the fact that if you spend it, it will come back and back tenfold. And so there was that. And also just being more aware of how I'm spending my time, and spending it in a way that benefits me in the long term. So like at night, I used to sit down and chill out and watch Netflix on my phone until I passed out from exhaustion. Now I'm listening to meditations at night, to bring in my affirmations, and to give me a positive money mindset. So those are just a couple of the things. There was just so much to take away. It was really hard to rein it in on a couple little things, but just
well,
so much.
there are a couple things that you said that I think are huge. And it's funny, Ravyn, because that used to be my biggest thing too, is the money thing. And I used to be super nervous about that too and think about it all the time. And so I highly suggest a book. Oh my gosh, what is it called? My mind just went. I'll have to remember. I think it was, it's by Danny Johnson. I'll have to remember the book and send you the message. But anyways, the book, it was something about like secrets to success or her money mindset by Danny Johnson. But anyways, in there she talks about that. Once I changed that, you guys, it was huge. And part of my daily affirmations are money, because it is a piece of me that I never get through, and I never thought it was possible that I'd have a lot of money, and I had all these issues around money. And so I do have a lot of affirmations around money. And that was the other thing, was I always thought that was wrong to have an affirmation around money. And it's not. And so even on my vision board, I do a new vision board every quarter. On my vision board, you guys, I literally print out my bank statements and I cross out what the number says and put in the number that I want it to say at the end of the quarter. And I do that because we look at our bank statements, right? Like I look at my bank statements a couple times a week because I pay bills from it and things like that. And so I'm envisioning what I want it to be and how I want it to be. And then digging deep with the emotion that connects with that. And those are the kind of things that we talk about at these retreats. But they're really important, guys, because if you don't think you're worthy enough, or you don't think you're ever going to have enough, or you don't think it's possible, then those things will stop you from having success. And each and every one of you are definitely made for success, and we want nothing more. And I love what Courtney said when we first started, which is, we all have the same cloud office. We all have the same amazing products. We all have the same possibilities, right? How come some people in this business achieve fast and quickly? How come some people hit 200K and some people don't? It's not because they have better friends. It's not because they have a better supportive family. It's not because they have the best spouse in the world. I promise you, it's not. It's because they believe they can do it and they're going to achieve it. And they're preparing their heart and their mind daily to get there. And then, of course, they're taking action, because you can be the best self-development person in the world, but if you don't take action in your business, you're not going to see the results, right? But all of that does work together, and it is so important. It's kind of like our 3 steps, right? That works together in synergy. The same thing happens. And I also truly believe it's what makes the community that we have so special. People want to be part of this. They want to be part of this community of people because we're constantly making ourselves better. A lot of people go to college for 4 years. They never read a book again the rest of their life, right? They never self-develop again the rest of their life. And we're constantly pushing each other in this business and this opportunity to be better. So I just think it's an amazing blessing and opportunity. I did post the 5 people who won the Big Leap from me. So if you saw your name in the chat, all I need you to do is send me a private message with your address, or you can text me. I put my cell phone in there. And a lot of people were asking what the book was that everybody was talking about. It was The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And they also gave some amazing tips and ideas tonight. So this is recorded. I will share these on our team pages that you guys are all on. But a special thank you. Like, Ravyn, do you have any last tips before we get off about how you feel like you really busted it out and got all the new orders that you got over the last month?
I took away all of my excuses. I want to be 200K, so I really ingrained it in myself that I am 200K and I am worthy of 200K. Mm-hmm. And if the person that I'm messaging or calling doesn't feel that about me, on to the next. And I made it a goal to reach out to 25 people a day, because that $8,000 was mine and 200K is mine. And none of my thoughts, nobody around me is going to take that from me. So that's what you just go for it. Faith over fear.
Yes. Love it. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Courtney, Allison, anything else you guys want to say before we hop off?
Awesome. Good job, everyone. Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you for sharing. I hope we see you all in Florida. Bye, guys.
Yay. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.